are in one of the Bing blocks. You can see already how beautiful and big the fruit is. We've still got a little bit ways to go. We do have our special guest and the orchard manager of Orchard View, Mr. Mike Omeg, who you've met before. So Mike, how's it going this year?
We're having a great year so far, Roger. Thanks. I'm super excited. We're hitting Chelan's hot and heavy. We're gonna have Black Pearl and Burgundy Pearl coming in. And then everyone on our team's really excited to get in these beautiful bings like these here. We're gonna be harvesting this fruit in about 2 weeks. And so you can tell already the good size that we have, the nice luster and healthy stems. It's gonna be great to see just how big these cherries are gonna be in the couple of weeks when we get here. Next 10 days, perfect cherry weather. Great cherries like this are gonna respond to that really well. So we're looking forward to a good season.
And then last time I was here, we spoke with Brendan. We talked about how there wasn't any compression of the varieties. Have you seen anything change, or is it still looking nice and spread out?
We look really great. We had a nice spread out bloom between early and late orchards, and we haven't had a lot of heat this season at this point. It's when it gets hot that you get compression. So far we're looking really good. Nice spread on our fruit.
Mike has told me this over the last couple of years. When you don't see the cherries, that's when you're getting close to harvest. And is everything working out in the orchards so far?
It is, yeah. It definitely is. I've been spending a lot of time looking at how our fruit looks and how it's growing, and our team's working hard to do everything we can to make sure that we get the best fruit so that the team can get it packed and can get it sold. And super positive news is that so far everything looks great from our earliest fruit to our latest fruit. Looking really good right now. So I always say footprints are the best fertilizer, and so we're going to come right back here, and Roger, if you got good luck footprints, this tree's going to grow like the dickens.
Let's go. Well, hey there. I'm back at an orchard. I was here 10 days ago, and I want to show you what's coming up. I want to show you how the fruit has progressed. The pressures are fantastic. In terms of cherry world, they're north of 315, where anything below 300 is considered soft. I mean, this is spectacular. The fruit, the video we took about 10 days ago, well, I'll let Mike talk about it. Good morning, Mike. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, Roger. Hi to the Oppie team.
So, really quickly, when we were here about 10 days ago, what size would you say that the cherries were ringing at?
I think that they were probably mostly 11 row and 10 and a half row, but of course cherries grow a lot as you get closer to harvest, and you can really see that here. They're much bigger now. And
I know that you got the ringer in your hand, but where do you see it right now?
I think that there's quite a bit of 9 and a half row, 9 row in here. There's I think there's definitely gonna be some 8 and a half row in here as well. On Bings, that's spectacular sizing, especially from older trees like these.
So Mike, one of the things that as we drove up, one of the things that you've religiously said is you know the cherries are getting close to harvest when you can't see them on the trees. So guys, when I just pan out and I show the orchards as is, you can't really see them. But obviously as you get in, and we'll follow Mike into the orchard, you can see these cherries. They're just stacked. So Mike, how would you rate this season in terms of overall growing? Because I'm just thrilled about what I'm seeing in the orchard.
We've been really fortunate that we've had excellent weather. So a lot of things going our way. So the wind's been in our favor. And the things that we can do, we've been doing well here. Good water, good fertilizer, good pruning, and getting it picked on time. Those are all critical to having a successful year, and those are the things we can control. So everything's come together to have a really awesome quality fruit year, and I'm super excited. Like this size here, I grab kind of random cherry here. Well, I'm always risking it. What size do you think it is? This is gonna be 9 or 8 and a half row. Oh, we might have 8 and a half row Bing here. So there we are, 8 and a half row piece of fruit here already. And I think we're probably about maybe 5 days from harvesting here. So these are gonna size a bit more. And I'm just super excited because these Bings are eating great. They're nice and firm.
So what's the progression on the next varieties? I know we're strictly in Bings for the most part. So where do you see everything coming?
I think about 5 days or so from now on our picking schedule, we're gonna start to see a little bit of Skeena, a little bit of Cordia, more of an export type cherry coming up. Skeena are super beautiful and firm this year. But we're going to have Bings for quite a while longer, but you're going to see some of those other varieties coming up.
And how do you see the progression for the rest of the season in terms of just harvest and are we ahead? Are we right on time? I mean, I know that we've had more bins than we've had in a long time, but how are we doing there?
Well, we've got a big crop. I think that what we're going to see is we're going to see some of the varieties that are more traditionally after Bings, that time period between Bings is going to be shrunk up by a few days. That's what I see overall, and talking to friends and colleagues throughout the Northwest, we see that a little bit. So some of those varieties that come a bit after Bings, it's going to be a little bit less. But I think overall, much of it's going to depend on what the temperatures are in July. And right now, looking ahead 10 days, and that's about as far as we can go, I think the temperatures are going to be just fine for cherries.
Well, that's brilliant. So guys, you've heard it straight from one of the top growers in Oregon and Washington. You've seen it in person. These cherries are phenomenal.